Alright, in this video I'm going to be replacing the starter relay on this 97 F-150. I did another video where I showed the diagnosis, some troubleshooting of the starting system. Maybe you got to this video from watching that one. If you're still trying to figure out what parts you need to replace or what's going on with your starting system, I'd suggest you look at my channel and go back and find the one for troubleshooting the starting system. But if you've already done that and you've determined that your starter relay needs to be replaced, we're going to be showing that today. It's a fairly simple process. So the first thing we've got to do is come under here under the hood. Our battery's right here. Back here on the firewall, we've got this big black box with a cover that just comes right off. Now, these are our mega fuses. So hopefully in your diagnosis, if you follow my video along, it'll tell you basically whether you need to take a look at those and diagnose those or not. If you need help with that, you could probably just pull that out, take it to the auto parts store and let them help you with it. But our fuses are good here. It's our relay that needs to be replaced, and we're going to show you how to do that today. So the first thing we want to do, I've already loosened these up, is we're going to go ahead and remove our battery cables and get them out of the way, disconnect that battery. Alright, so the next, we've got this little push-on connector right here at the top, and that is the signal wire that comes from the ignition that tells this relay to close and send continuity between these two terminals, which connect our battery to our starter. So this is the signal wire that whenever your ignition is turned to start, this will send a signal to this, which in turn makes this relay switch to closed and provides power from the battery to the starter. So the first thing we want to do is go ahead and just pull that right off. That's real simple. And then we're going to need to remove these two bolts from here. Alright, so you're going to need a 9/16 socket or wrench, or a 14 millimeter will also work. And you're just going to go ahead and start removing these two bolts right here to get these wires out of the way. Okay, so we've got all the connections loose. Now we can go ahead and get rid of the mounting bolts that hold this thing in. Alright, this relay has two bolts that mount it to the firewall. The other one you have to kind of get up under this harness, but it's right there at my fingertip. And these are 5/16. You probably need a socket or a wrench or something to break these loose. And I've already gotten them loosened up with a socket, so I can just take a 5/16 nut driver, but use whatever you've got there, but they're 5/16. So we'll just go ahead and pull these loose. Alright, and there you have it. Pretty much now all we've got to do is reverse the process and put the new one in. Alright, new starter relay here in the box. You can see where I got it from. Once again, I don't get any kind of endorsement. I don't get any money for advertising for anybody. I just show this to help you out. I got this relay from this source for $11.82. A lot cheaper, you know, if you can wait a few days for it to come, a whole lot cheaper than you'll get at the parts store or the dealer. So we're just going to get that in there, get our little mount holes lined up again. And get both of these bolts started in here into the firewall. And we'll go ahead and get those tightened up good. And then we're going to start putting the electrical connections back in the same order we took them off. So we're going to need to remove all these little bolts from here first. And in our case, we can just discard this little nut here on the top of the signal post because we've just got a little push-on connector that goes on. It doesn't require the nut. Go ahead and put our new lock nut and our lock washer and nut on both sides. And then we'll tighten those up. So now we've just got to tighten these connections up with our 9/16 here. And then we'll take our little signal wire or push-on connector and push it onto there. And after that, all we've got to do is put that black cover back on there, connect our battery and tighten up our battery connections. And that's pretty much it for replacing your starter motor relay. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and check out my other videos if you're going to be working on a 97 or similar year F-150. Thanks for watching.